You think you're watching a story about a hero until the light source moves to a soft 45-degree angle. Suddenly, the same face looks angelic, hopeful, and heroic, but you're actually being manipulated by the light. Most people think cinematography is just making things look pretty. I thought so when I started, but it's not. A cinematographer's job is to hack your brain. We use photons to tell your subconscious who to trust, who to fear, and when to cry, all before a single line of dialogue is spoken. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the invisible language. If you've ever felt a chill down your spine or a burst of hope during a movie, it wasn't just the acting, it was the light. There's a scene in the film Drive where Ryan Gosling and Carey Mulligan were arguing and having a difference of opinion. I don't know if the film company will let me show this, but in that scene, Carey's background was orange, while Ryan's background was blue in the same frame. And a little while later, Carey's background started becoming blue as she moved into Ryan's background. Do you know what was happening there? She was slowly coming into seeing Ryan's point of view and agreeing with him. So subliminally, the director or the filmmaker is making you see that. That is what intentional lighting does to film. So, as you can see in this scene, we've got a couple of Aperture 300D Mark II lights outside the windows for this. We bounced them on a pure white material just so that we have that soft wrap. You can see we've got fog in here. We've got even lighting just to make the place romantic. You might ask, hey, it's day. I mean, we've got the sun. Why do you still have to use light? We do that to have consistent exposure. Most times when you're shooting using the sun as a key, a cloud might just move in the way of that light. And then you start having inconsistent exposure, making you to either raise your f-stop or reduce your f-stop. So we don't rely on the sun and clouds for our key alone. We use lights. Now in this scene, you obviously can see that his partner has left the room, okay? Which means she is the light and she has taken her light with her because the moment she leaves the room, darkness fills that room. Now we can see a silhouette of the man, and this simply tells you there's an intention that is not known either to the audience or his partner. There's something hitting. That's what this lighting setup is telling you. So as you can see from the windows, we exposed for the outside here, just so that we can have clarity. But you can see the light is outside, his partner is outside, and he is inside, and we've got darkness in the room, which has so many connotations when it comes to film. One thing you need to understand is your audience needs to have interpretations of their own, and the lighting, the camera movement, the camera angle, what they're wearing, all of that needs to speak to that. Quoting Quentin Tarantino, he says he hopes if 1 million people watch his movie, that they have 1 million interpretations of that movie. And that is what film does. Stop trying to explain things to the audience. Make them understand it. Let them watch the film one, two, three, four, 5 times. And each time they watch, they understand something more. So with this lighting and the camera movement, you can see the camera movement starts from his feet, going up to his torso and then his shoulders and head, and consequently exposing that the lighting, the sun, the beautiful light that we had before is now outside. As a DP, combining that, the camera angle, the camera movement, and your lighting setup, your lighting temperature, you will find out that you are telling the story without dialogue. A long time ago, we didn't have all of these. We're watching TV in black and white. If you remember, Charlie Chaplin, Laurel and Hardy, we're watching them in black and white and without sound. But we understood everything that was going on. Sound, music, dialogue, all of that is to accentuate the film. Remember, in film, it is show, do not tell. So let your lighting show, let your camera angles show as well. In this scene, again, you can see the camera angle is low. In front of him is the light that has left the room, and behind him is quite dark, which tells you that there's probably something in his past, or probably something he has done that he has not exposed to his partner. So, with all of that, still with the camera angle, you see him being dominant. He feels he's powerful. He does not want to release that thing, he doesn't want to expose that thing. So, there is an intention that is not good. There is an intention that is being hidden from his partner in this scene. Now, in this final scene, you would see that he's walking away from the light. That's the first thing you see. He's walking away from all that light into his glorious darkness. There is darkness all over the room. And the only kind of lighting you would find in the room is what we call monster lighting, lighting from below. Okay. And lighting from below, I mean, no matter how beautiful you are, the moment you're being lit from below, it shows you're evil. And that's what we see here. We see all of this darkness and then some pockets of light from below, coupled with his dialogue, with his body language, with the angle of the camera, you feel and then you see that evil. And at the end of this film, you might just start wondering, is he calling a side chick? Is he calling a hit on his partner? Somebody to kill her. What exactly is happening? That is the kind of taste filmmakers want to live in your mouth. So in the production of this film, we had a lot of diffused lights, and we diffused almost every light. And even those that were diffused, we diffused them some more just so that we don't have hot spots on people's faces, even though we wanted some great light coming in from outside. I wanted to simulate that. What you do is, when you have diffused light all over the place, you just find out that it simulates nature. And with that, your films are kind of safe because you don't lose information, most especially in the highlights. I hope you found this useful to further understand that light tells its own story. And that story should not be different from what the filmmaker intended for you to see. Lighting is a very important element of the story. And each scene that you light should also move the story forward. It should make the audience understand some more where the story is heading to. Remember what a scene is: a group of actions that move the story forward. If your lighting is not moving the story forward, then you're not having efficient lighting at all. Thank you for joining us, and see you in the next video.